Do you have 20 minutes and are craving a way to move your body that just feels simply fantastic? Come join me. Hey, I'm Ksenia. I'm an ex-professional dancer, multi-certified body nerd, and creator of La Technique. Thank you for being here. I would like to begin by acknowledging that I'm on the unceded territory of Teotihuacan, specifically of the Huron-Wendat, Mohawk, and the St. Lawrence Iroquoian peoples. This land was traditionally a meeting place, and it's my intention to honor the Indigenous use of this land by keeping it a meeting place for the beautiful Beast community. My own personal act of reconciliation is to donate my disposable income to the Native Women's Shelter of Montreal. Like I said in the intro, we are doing delicious active recovery work. This will be fine for absolutely any time during your menstrual cycle, except for the first bleed day, because we don't want to aggravate the cortisol levels at all whatsoever. This is about deep mind-body connection, where we're creating new neural pathways between your mind and your body, or we're encouraging neural pathways that you already have. Wicked, well done you. So if you want to stay in a position deeper and longer, I actually recommend it. Please do not put on any ankle weights. All you need is your body and your brain. I will not be giving modifications for prenatal nor postpartum, nor do I recommend this class for either of those journeys, specifically because prenatal we're doing a lot of work on our back, and I don't want to aggravate the vena cava or close that off at all whatsoever. And for postpartum, in my personal opinion, it is better to focus on rehabilitation during the postpartum recovery before you do a class like this. And if you bind or tuck, please stop the video to adjust your bodies to make yourselves more comfortable. And if I don't give a modification that feels good for your body, please reach out and let me know, because I'm still learning. And it's important to me that you're here. It's important to me that you're all here, honestly. And for those of you that bind, if you feel comfortable to do so, this would be a fantastic time to take off your binder to allow circulation to happen in that area of your body, to your intercostals, your lungs, the skin. But I completely understand if that's not something that's feasible. So then concentrate on long, slow, diaphragmatic-led breaths. If you get out of breath at all, please stop the video and breathe. That's way more important than finishing the video all at once, okay? So everyone, listen to your bodies, and let's go have some delicious movement. Start on your mats, tuck your toes, move your glutes away from your sits bones and sit back on your heels. If that's too much, you can come down flat on your feet. We want to wake up the feet, because it's the entire body as well. We're going to warm up those wrists before we go over onto them in a tabletop. Now engage those abdominals, 360. The transverse abdominals is what we want. Pubic bone to sternum, 360. Now close your eyes and breathe into your back. Breathe into the depths of your lungs. Now take those arms into cactus. Shrug the shoulder blades up to your ears, then relax them down. I'm going to turn around so you can see. Shrug up, 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 up. And the reason I like to be on the toes like this is our entire body is located in our hands and our feet, so that's another quick way to warm up your body as well. Up and down. Now, I want you to squeeze those shoulder blades together. Abduct, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Now abduct, separate them. You're gonna bring your arms in front of yourself. Now squeeze. And really put your brain around those scapula, especially if you're a menstruator, because we tend to have overly abducted shoulder blades. Come back to neutral. Now draw a circle out, not just with your hand. I want it to be shoulder blade. Shoulder blade driven the other way. In, close your eyes to really get that connection. 2, 3, doing this kind of work helps to lengthen out. Other side away. The pec minor. 3, 4, other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach those arms out. Come forward into a tabletop. Flat hands, untuck the toes. Lift out, extend the right leg back. Lift it up, parallel. And touch it down. Pubic bone in line with hips. Now, let's get those transverse abdominals and the external internal obliques firing with the transverse engagement. Take your left hand, put it on your right ACES. Inhale, exhale, pull it across to your last floating rib. Now draw back down. Put that hand on your left ACES, pointy part of your hip. Draw up towards your last floating rib. Inhale, exhale, pull it back down. Sorry if you just saw me slobber. Up, keep up, pulse, little pulse. Extend that arm out in front of you, shoulders down. Take it down. Now, because this kind of work I do in this class, it is super mindful. So the warm-up is super mindful as well. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. But the warm-up truly blends into what we're doing. 3, 2, 1. Externally rotate both the leg and the arm. So the palm is facing the earth. That comes from your rotator cuff and then from your femur head. Touch down to the earth. Inhale, exhale, back up. The torso, the pelvis does not move. And I don't want any release of the abdominals, and I don't want any pressure in the lumbar spine. I want 360 engagement. Up, little pulse, like you're tapping something with the back of your hand and the side of your foot. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now internally rotate that leg. I know, weird, right? And then twist your arm so the palm is up from your shoulder. Now touch the earth. Back up. We're trying to keep full range of motion in all of our joints as we age. This should feel weird as heck because we're rarely in an internally rotated position. And pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, just a little pulse. 4, 3, 2, come back to neutral. Take down your left arm. Pull in your right heel. Open your hips 45. Take that knee forward in a circle. 2, 3, towards your chest and back. 6, push away from the earth. Take it around, in, 2, all about those ligaments around that femur head and back. Take it in, 2, 3, 4, and back. 360 engagement, 360 activation. What do I mean by that? I mean breath and muscle. Back. We're always breathing to the depth of our lungs every single time. Now opposite direction, in, to your chest, external rotation. Take it back parallel. We're only doing parallel right now. In. Inhale. Exhale. Right here, your rectus are going to want to stick out. Don't let them. Or any of your abdominals may want to stick out from your skeleton. Don't let them. Exhale, pull in towards your skeleton. Stay right here, little pulse up. 3, 4, 5, 6. Internally rotation. Flex that foot. Internal rotation. 2, 3, 4. Take it back up to external rotation and internal. Keep your pelvis neutral. Isometric contraction with that left medial glute minimus, as well as the ligaments around that left femur head. In. We're gonna do a hyperextension now. When we come up, open that hip, push that heel back against an imaginary wall. In, 3, 4, and up. 2, 3, push it back. You should feel stretching of your QL. So, from your last floating rib to your ACES, you should feel a nice stretch posteriorly. Stay back in that position and push it back. And now if you think you're pregnant, please do not do this class at all, especially this position. Lengthen out, come back to neutral. If you're curious why, reach out to me and let me know and I'll do a video on it. Lengthen up, pulse it up. 8, 7, push away from the earth. 6, 5, and I find doing that little wrist movement, even though it wasn't very long at the beginning, it really helps, even with me with assist to my wrist, before I do tabletop work. Push away from the earth. 4, fists or wrists under shoulders. Okay, put the toe down. Three-legged dog, lengthen out the left leg, hips are parallel, right heel reaching towards the earth, flex the left foot. Now open up the hip, take the hip back to neutral, take the left leg down, come into your first front plank of this class. Pike up slightly, come down. Now if you have pelvic floor issues, literally push your feet against a wall. If you have lower back issues, I literally want you to bend those legs. Inhale, exhale, lengthen the crown of the head forward, the hips back. And then with time, you're gonna lengthen out those legs. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, gently come down to hover. Walk over to the other side or put your knees down and walk to the other side. Whoops, and don't move your mat. Come down, lengthen out the left leg. Up, inhale, exhale. Again, setting up that pelvis. Take your right hand, index finger, middle finger together. Touch your left ACES, inhale, exhale. Draw up to your last floating rib. Inhale, exhale, draw back down. So we're connecting that brain body with that movement. Take that finger again, put it on your last floating rib on your left-hand side. Inhale, exhale, draw across to your ACES. A wonderful way to do this is stand up with a hand on your last floating rib and your ACES and meet at your belly button. Push it back up. Don't get caught in your underwear, like me. Good, now lengthen that arm out, parallel. Touch the earth, inhale, exhale. I just want to check my form. Inhale, exhale. Good, inhale, exhale, inhale. Little pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Externally rotate from the rotator cuff, from the femur head. Adductor facing the earth, point that foot as hard as you can. Palm facing the earth, touch the earth. Inhale and exhale. Adductor, abductor, medial glute. Bicep delt, bit of teres. And of course, spinal erector group. Down. Multifidus, transverse abdominals, interior external obliques. Stay up, pulse it. 8, 7, close your eyes to really connect. You should feel so powerful from the crown of your head all the way to your toe, but especially from your torso to your pubic bone, 360. 4, 3, all right, weird one. Internally rotate that leg, and then arm reaches up and down and up. Inhale, exhale, lengthen out through that arm. Inhale, exhale, couple more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, stay up in little pulse. I know this joint mobility, you're like, really, Ksenia? I swear, bud, I started doing it this year and I'm amazed at the amount it's changed for my training. Take it neutral. Come down onto that left forearm, bend that leg in, take the leg forward, in, sorry, right forearm. And circle that left leg around. Take the leg forward. Leg up and back. Good. In. And back. Exhale. And inhale. Other way. Exhale. I like exhaling here because that's when I find that my abdominals, my rectus specifically, likes to dome out. Push away from my skeleton, so I want to encourage them towards. So I move my diaphragm out of the way with that active exhalation. Back, 2. That's why your Pilates instructors want you to breathe that way. Well, inhale through the nose, that warms up the breath so you don't cough. Isn't that an interesting little tidbit? That's from my voice teacher. And back. Stay up, little pulse, 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 pulse. And then exhale with your mouth with that bit of force. or it's a bit muscular, that helps encourage the diaphragm out of the way so the rest of the abdominals can function how they should. Flex that foot, internal rotation. Back up, just to attitude, and internal rotation. Anchoring that right femur head, squeezing like crazy with that right glute, but you relax the left. Up. Now you squeeze the left. Now we're gonna add that hyperextension with the external rotation. Up, open the hips to 45, push. That should feel so nice on your right psoas as well as your left QL. Back. And inhale again. If you think you're pregnant, do not do this. And up. Couple more. In. Take it back, back. And don't be surprised if strong emotions come up. We're doing hip mobility work or anything with the body, truly. But hips especially are our emotional junk drawers. So be kind to yourself. Stay here. 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen out that leg. Point the foot, turn the hips over parallel, come back up. And lengthen down that foot. Three-legged dog. Lengthen the right foot up. Left heel towards the earth. Flex the right foot. Hips are parallel. Now open the hips up. Peek under your right armpit. Go back to neutral. Hips neutral. Leg lowers down into a front plank. 8. Now again, you can also do this down on your quads, base of your quads. Bend up those feet to get off your knees. You can also go on your forearms. All I care about is that this isn't happening. No matter what configuration you're in. Belly button in. Should be a straight line, should be 1.6 meters from the back of your head to your coccyx, your tailbone. Wonderful, come down. Sit on your feet. Move your tushes out of the way. And if you tuck, it might be more comfortable to come over to the side. Or to even sit down right like this, but I'm not sure, that might be more uncomfortable. I'm still learning. Move the tush out of the way. Circle the arms. Up, shoulder blades together. Adduct. Now, left arm reaches across, abduct, separate from your spine. Then come back, squeeze. Don't pop out that rib cage. Over. We're creating that new neural pathway, so teach your brain and your body the correct way to do it. 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3. Let's go the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Separate. 4, 3, 2. Squeeze it in. And then you'll hit neutral about here. Then you'll abduct. And neutral, then squeeze it in. And I have my hand here to make sure I'm not popping out that rib cage. Arm comes up, then down. Other side. Reach across. I'm going to move my mic so I don't hit it. And squeeze. Reach. Separate. Think really of your shoulder blade, because the more work you do like this, that's going to help that pec minor to release a little more or find more range of movement, so that you won't have a collapsing chest or pain in your traps. Other way. Don't turn like I just did. And over. Take it in. So this is, I teach this once a week, 60-minute class, Précision, but I also have 30-minute versions and 10-minute versions on my site. And joint mobility, active recovery. Good. Take those arms up. Little pulse. Come up on the balls, pardon me, on your shins. Now you're going to hinge back on your femur head. Come back up, shoulder blades down. Now you fought so hard, I want you to really find that neutral position with your scapula, because what can happen a lot of times is this. When we're reaching the arms forward and we want them in neutral. up. Brain-body connection, making those connections now so that when you're outside of this class in everyday life, it comes easy so you don't have pain. That's the main goal. And down, down. 2, stay here. Palms face each other, touch the earth, up to the sides. Right up to the sides. Now, this isn't just lats and arms. Again, think of your scapula. Down, up, your shoulder blades down, up. In what position are they in your back right now? Down, up, down. This should just be neutral. They might feel like they're adducting, coming together. Now stay up here, squeeze them together, then go back to neutral. Squeeze them together, go back to neutral. If that's too much, you do this sitting straight up. Over, and we do this position till we get those transverse abdominals. Stay here, little pulse up. 2, transverse abdominals, the glutes and the hamstrings and the quads. But if you feel this in your knees, come right up or sit right down on your tush. We hinge over to keep a straight line from your sits bones to your head to get out of those knees. Up, up. 8, traps down, neutral scapula. 4, 3, 2, 1. Put those arms down. Come down on your left and lift the leg up, down, up, down, up. We're almost done. Up, down, up, down, up. External rotation, external, parallel, external. 20 minutes goes so fast. External, parallel, external. Stay externally rotated. Lift that leg in. If it feels good, put your hand on your instep. Lift that leg up. You can also go on your calf. You can go behind. You can even thread it around if that feels good for your body. Push away. What I don't want is this. Now you're going to slide down, pull that leg down. So we're stretching out that hamstring, then lengthen out your bottom leg. Inhale, exhale, slide your hand around, go on your back. I'm going to move my mic out of the way. Scissors, legs parallel. And pulse. Now, I'm not pulling with my arms. This is abdominals and legs. My fingers are just there as a mini guide. 4, 3, 2, 1. External rotation. Bend in. Double stag. Lengthen out. Parallel. Double stag. Parallel. And bring up that bottom leg. Cross. Parallel. Hands under your legs, on the back of your thighs. Head down. And rocker up onto your sits bones. This will be different from most Pilates classes you do because I'm changing it from what I learned from Dr. McGill. We want to try and have a neutral pelvis as much as possible instead of a posterior tilt. Other side. Up, down, up, down, up, stay up, external, up, external, up, external, up. Good job. Put that hand in. Lengthen out. Again, choose your position. Your calf, your thigh. Other side, just not on your joints, please. Or all around. Take it down. Then down all the way. Lengthen out that leg. Good job. Roll onto your back. Scissors. Neutral spine. Do not push the small of the back into the earth, please. Stay here. Externally rotate. In. Plie. Then lengthen parallel. External rotation. Lengthen parallel. Bring up that bottom leg. Hands behind the head. Open. Flex the feet. Pull it together. Parallel, hands underneath your glutes, head down, down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Gently pull those feet up. Let the legs gently open. You can put yoga blocks underneath or your hands or pillows. I just don't want gripping. Heat up those hands. Move your ponytail. Oh, relax those shoulder blades. You work so hard to get them opening around your shoulder blades. And hands rest on your hips. Close your eyes. Inhale, exhale. Feel free to stay here and meditate. Shavasana. Try not to have an anterior tilt of your pelvis. Try to have a neutral spine. So pubic bone in line with hips. If you take one of your hands and you slide them in the small of your back, there should be space, but you shouldn't be able to put your whole fist between the small of your back and the earth. Depending, of course, how your body is shaped. What we don't want is this. We don't want popping of those last ribs. What you can think as well, if no matter anyone's body, your pubic bone and your ACES on both sides, it should be level. If you could put a board or a tape measure on those points of your bones, it should be completely level. And gently bring the left leg over to the right. Push yourself up. Give great energy to anybody in the world who might need it today. Make sure you take enough good energy for yourself. That's so important. Hands top at third eye for positive thoughts, mouth for positive words, heart for positive feelings. Choose your place. Might be all three, whatever calls to you today. And think of something you're grateful for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you liked this kind of video, please let me know, because I am throwing things at the wall, so to speak, to see what people are interested in and giving you a little taste of what I do. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. And everyone else, if you want to comment, want to share, I would be forever grateful. That helps me stay in YouTube's algorithm and helps me grow. And I'm honored that you're here, honestly, and honored that you're here organically, because I'm just trying to be myself and be authentic. And I hope you're digging it. So thank you. Thank you. If you want to take a live class or join the membership, you can find links up below or down below. And if you have any specific questions, please let me know. I want to talk to you. Until next time, take very good care of yourselves. Bye.